Hey guys, it's Tim coming at you with another CW Arrowverse related video for this week. During Arrow Season 5, there were two characters who were positioned as mysterious figures whose identities weren't revealed to us. The first was the main villain Prometheus, and the other was the mysterious gun-toting Vigilante. Now obviously the reason that both were set up like this was because of the eventual reveal of who Prometheus was. I mean, it's not a coincidence why Vigilante stopped appearing on Arrow in the same episode it was revealed that Prometheus was Adrian Chase. Since in the comics, District Attorney Adrian Chase was Vigilante. So the character was introduced in Season 5 specifically to throw people off the trail of Adrian Chase possibly being Prometheus. But it has been revealed that in Arrow Season 6, we will be getting an answer to the ongoing mystery of who Vigilante actually is. But who could the person under the mask be? Well, one option we have is that it could actually still be Adrian Chase. Keep in mind that the character who's referred to as Adrian Chase in Arrow, his real name is Simon Morrison, with Adrian Chase being an alias that he changed his name to in 2012 when he began to want to get his revenge against the Hood for killing his father. However, Morrison's plan somehow involved him becoming the DA of Starling City within 4 years of changing his name to something else and hiding his former identity. So somehow in 4 years, Simon Morrison acquired a degree in law under the name of Adrian Chase, and acquired the credentials to become the DA of Star City. Now in fairness, it is possible to acquire the law degree in 4 years. But if Simon Morrison was going to expedite his plan in order to position himself in a high-ranking position in Star City in order to have the influence he needed, it may have been a better option to take the identity of someone who already existed and was already on that track. In enters Adrian Chase. It could be possible that Simon tracked him down and in order to steal his identity, killed him, or at least attempted to, and killed his family, similar to what happened to his family in the comics. So it's possible that Adrian Chase survived the encounter, which changed his viewpoints on criminals, and he decided to do something about it and take up the mantle of the Vigilante. Now, this doesn't explain why, knowing full well that someone attempted to kill him and steal his identity, he never actively went to go track down this known public figure, but it is an option for who's under the mask. However, in the comics, multiple people have held the identity of the Vigilante, especially the version of the character who's being presented on Arrow. For example, one person to hold the identity of Vigilante was Adrian Chase's brother, Adrian Chase. And if we go based off of what I just said of there being an actual Adrian Chase that Simon Morrison took the identity of, it could be that he actually did manage to kill him, and Vigilante is actually his brother who swore revenge against all criminals and attempts to track them down as Vigilante. With that said though, Mark Guggenheim has said that essentially he wants Vigilante to be a whodunit, where they give you enough information about who it could possibly be for you to figure it out. And that he and the writing staff didn't want Vigilante to just be, oh, it's just some guy we've never seen before. And also saying it would be a familiar face under the mask. So who could it be from characters who we've seen before? Well, how about another character from Arrow Season 5 who was built up as someone who would be important throughout the season and also fell out of importance throughout the course of the season? Susan Williams. Susan was Oliver's reporter girlfriend for a while and also a character who pushed Thea into darker actions last season. And in the episode Bratva, it was implied that she had some Russian connections, which could explain where she got all the stuff she needed to become Vigilante. At least vaguely. But if you're wondering how she could be Vigilante, considering Vigilante clearly has a male voice and body type, it could be a similar situation to Phantasm or Lady Arkham from various Batman media, whose costumes and voice modulators gave them a very distinctive male appearance and voice. Even in both scenarios, having a male actor voicing the costume version of the character. So it's not too out of the realm of possibilities for a DC Comics adaptation for that to be the case. But an alternate option for who Vigilante could be could potentially be Oliver himself. Remember that the Earth 2 version of Laurel is going to be a main character this season, so they'll be going into more depth about her character. And one of the most important figures in her life that led her to the point she is now in some regard is the Earth 2 version of Oliver, who, as a reverse of what happened in the main universe, was the one who died on the Queen's Gambit as opposed to Robert Queen, who in Earth 2 is the one who became Arrow. But we didn't actually see the Earth 2 version of Oliver die, it was only told to us. But considering that the Earth 2 versions of characters are typically dark reflections of their Earth 1 counterparts, or their Earth 1 counterparts if a certain event was altered in their past, so it could be possible that, similar to how Sarah was revealed to have survived supposedly dying on the Queen's Gambit, Oliver from Earth 2 could have done that as well, and his experiences after that could have been what led him to becoming Vigilante. And considering one of the big themes of Oliver's character throughout the show has been him progressively stepping away from being a more extreme level vigilante, it would be interesting to have a version of his character who actively embraces the more brutal side of vigilantism. Especially since when Oliver confronted Vigilante, Vigilante said that Oliver's personal tragedies haven't hardened him into doing what's necessary, which would hold more weight if Vigilante was Oliver himself, whose personal tragedies had hardened him into doing that. But with the number of characters who we've seen on Arrow, any number of them could end up being who's under the Vigilante mask. But what do you guys think? Who do you think Vigilante will be revealed to be on the new season of Arrow? Well, as always, let us know down in the comment, and if you're interested in hearing more DCCW related videos, feel free to click that subscribe button and the bell next to it to be immediately informed whenever a new video goes up. But until next time, this has been Tim from the Hybrid Network, signing out.